My guess, where's this thing made? Indonesia. Indonesia. I've always wondered, have you ever seen a lot of this Christmas stuff that gets produced that we buy, made in countries that don't celebrate Christmas, and they're thinking, who's this little guy down here with this woman and this other guy looking down, who's that baby who? Copper, metals, glass, plastics, name the product. Okay? Now, let's start naming some food products. Go to the store today and buy some grapes. Where are they from? Chile. Okay? I bought some wonderful little apples the other day. They're called, what are they called? Snackers. And they're just like a couple bites. New Zealand. Okay. I bought some clementine oranges a couple months ago, Morocco. I bought a tea biscuit from Israel. Food from Mexico. Okay? So things change. The economy is vastly different. Now, is there anybody at fault? No. That's the way things are. When I was in the 1960s, people would say, it's the damn EPA that knocked out all these jobs because of we didn't want it to be dirty anymore. We started cleaning up. We're trying to clean up Wheeling's air in the 1930s. The local newspaper's talking about how unhealthy it was. Okay. Now, the economy changes rapidly. I used to tell parents that, your son and daughter's in class and they're going to be graduated. The odds are that the jobs for their children haven't been created yet. That's how quickly the economy is going to change. And we are in, post-industrial economy. We don't make anything anymore. Got a new book on Great Britain the other day. 80% of the jobs in Great Britain are now service-related jobs. 80%. Why is that significant? That's the home of the Industrial Revolution. They don't make things in England anymore. They make them someplace else. Waterford crystal, I think I mentioned to you before, some of their crystals now made in Poland and the Czech Republic. Because those people can make glass as well as an Irishman can make glass. Now, do they charge you less for it? No, because it says Waterford. Things like that change. I think I told you a story. A couple of years ago, after I'd done some work with the United Auto Workers, I decided to buy an American car. So I traded my Nissan Altima in, which was made in, I think it was made in Kentucky or Indiana. And I bought an Impala made by General Motors that was made in Canada. So what's an American product anymore? Well, the problem with all of that is that it hurts cities like Wheeling, Weirton, Fallsby, Martins Ferry, Bel Air, East Liverpool. Take a look at East Liverpool's population. There had been at one time 200 different potteries. I don't know if East Liverpool has any potteries left. Their population in 2010 will be less than it was in 1990. Okay? Now, let me give you a couple things that are changing. If you'll recall, a couple of weeks ago, I said that the most important city in West Virginia was Wheeling. In the 1910 census, it's still the richest city. All the jobs We had more industrial jobs in Wheeling than Charleston, Huntington, Parkersburg combined. Now, of the 100 largest employers in the state of West Virginia today, only 7 of them are from the Wheeling area. 7. And these might surprise you. The largest business or the largest employer in Wheeling in 2010, Wheeling Hospital. Second one, and I'm giving them, I'm listing this as Wheeling, although I don't know if their corporate headquarters are here or not, but they have a branch here. BB&T. Okay. Cabela's, number 42. Now remember, the steel company in Weirton is 60-something, 61. Cabela's is 42. Wheeling Island Gaming, 50. Ohio Valley Medical Center, 56. Might even be less than that after they're left. West Banco, 57. United National Bank, 65. Now keep in mind that United Bank, West Banco, and BB&T are found throughout other parts of West Virginia. I don't know if there's another Cabela's in West Virginia or not. I don't think so. No. So the only ones here then in the Wheeling area are Wheeling Hospital, Cabela's, Wheeling Island Gaming, and Ohio Valley Medical Center. And technically, Cabela's isn't in Wheeling. Okay? Other panhandle employers in the top 100, they're only 4%. So 11% of all of the private employers in West Virginia, only 11% are in this area. Okay? There are only 2 areas that are in manufacturers in the top 100. 2. Homer Laughlin, 59. ArcelorMittal, number 61. Severstal's not even in the top 100. And remember those figures I showed you back in the 20s of all those places in Wheeling that made different metal products, and their jobs were in the thousands. Well, we don't make those products anymore. Here's an interesting other thing. You know, this big thing about the coal companies in West Virginia. Only 7 coal or energy companies are in the top 100. They're not in the top 5. Okay? 25% of the biggest employers are health-related, hospitals. I mentioned that to Doug Dalby a little while ago, and he said, yeah, we're all getting old. And that's true. That is, and the other thing that helps is that West Virginia happens to have one of the poorest public health. You know, they say we don't lead the nation. That's not true. My golly, we lead in things like obesity, diabetes, heart, chewing tobacco, smoking. Good stuff. Good stuff. There are almost as many restaurant chains like McDonald's, Hardee's, than there are mining companies. 6%. And McDonald's isn't the biggest. McDonald's is actually fairly far down the list. I was surprised at where it came in. In fact, I can't find it. It comes in at 69. Maybe because they don't use enough workers. Okay? Now, let's take a look at some other things that have happened to Wheeling. Start with transportation. You don't have any regular air service. You can't get a railroad that comes into town. We've actually gone backwards when it comes to public transportation. And Route 2? A couple of years ago, our oldest grandchildren were coming down from visiting their other grandparents